today's video, we're going to be sharing practical tips for you to increase your productivity and maintain laser focus. As you already know, staying organized is one thing that is needed for every individual that seeks to become more productive. However, people get to struggle with this. So I'm going to be sharing with you practical steps that you can utilize. But before we get right into the video, if you're just joining this channel, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you can be notified. And for my subscribers who reach out to wonder why I have not uploaded a video since the beginning of this year, thank you and a big shout out to you. We had MGG conference, which is Maximum Growth Global Conference, successfully, and I hope you enjoyed every bit of it. Let's get right into the video, shall we? Alright, so how are you going to stay laser focused as an individual, an entrepreneur, a student, or even you having a company, whether as a CEO, whoever you are? So on today's practical tips to stay organized and maintain productivity as well as laser focus, I'm going to be dividing it into two. Number one, factor it into your non-negotiables, and the second will be that which is people dependent. So I'm referring to your goals in this context, where you have goals that you're like, every single day I have to ensure that they are done. They're going to this particular goals. If I do it every day, even if it's just 10 minutes of focus or 20 minutes or 1 hour, 2 hours, it's going to take me to the place I want to be in the next 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, a year, or even more. Like, it's building gradually into your future. For example, a student knows that he or she has to study daily, no matter the task or whatever he or she has to do. And then for an entrepreneur, he or she knows that he or she has to maintain the business structure, keep the business policies ongoing, or what have you. So that which is non-negotiable is like saying, what are those things that I cannot do without every single day? That is very important. I mean, paramount for me to get done if I must be in the place I desire to be in the next few years. And then the second is that which is people dependent. A lot of the times, most of us end up doing that which is people dependent than doing the non-negotiable. So if you are able to have, let's say you have 8 goals to be done, let's say today you have 8 goals to be accomplished, and then you divide them, you've written out your to-do list, which is the perfect, but then divide them to non-negotiable, meaning that which you are not supposed to miss out on doing today, right, or every other day. Put it aside, put it plan A, and then the people dependent will be B. So that people dependent is like saying that you need somebody to come help you fix a tech website or any kind of website on your PC for you to be able to do something, maybe work related or whatsoever it is. That is people dependent. So most of the times we end up focusing on the people dependent, on trying to call or reach out to that person, and that person may be unavailable at the time that you need to get that task done. But when you're able to differentiate and define these goals and put the people dependent and non-negotiable, you will end up focusing your energy much more on that which is non-negotiable, meaning you're able to get done those tasks. Some time back, I was talking to one of my clients and I said to him that one of the things that you must put into priority is that when you wake up in the very early hours of the day, you must make sure that you have 3 core things that you must get done. You must tick off your list no matter what. That the moment you know you are done with those 3 things, you are good to go for that day. Let me give a practical example. I'll share that inside of a student. So imagine you're a student who is trying to run a mini business or a small scale business. You have your business, you have your academics, and probably you have friends to reach out to, maybe to say hi to them or whatsoever it is. Now, your academics is a non-negotiable for you to factor in certain time to get done. Now, the business actually, depending on your kind of business, could be people dependent if it is not just run by you only, especially if maybe you do maybe a delivery kind of business where you have to reach out to the person who sells the goods and say, oh, I want to get A, B, and C from you, and then you have to deliver it to your customer or your client or whoever it is, right? That is actually people dependent. And then reaching out to your friends or it's also people dependent. So the moment you're able to understand this, you will factor in reading first, and then you will put your not scale, just like saying having a scale of preference, what to do after the order. So that's my two major points. The next thing I want you to do in order for you to maintain laser focus is to time block your day. A lot of times, a lot of people do not time block their day. What do I mean? So we have 24 hours in a day, and you are still telling me that the time is not enough, then something is wrong. Do you know why? Because the moment you start time blocking every single activity you want to get done, you would first and foremost realize, you are planning too much, because sometimes a lot of you are not able to focus and increase your productivity because you're having a lot to do, like you're having a lot of things to do. But the moment you factor in time blocking, you realize that okay, maybe instead of getting 8 tasks done, you could only do 5 of them. Okay, and at the same time, it makes you to be accountable for every hour of your time, because imagine you factor in 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. for A, 7 a.m. to, let's say, 3 p.m. for B, depending on the structure of workload. But I usually advise, when you're time blocking your day, do not allow any activity to exceed 3 hours. Yes, even if it's going to exceed 3 hours, take a break between 1 hour to 3 hours, depending on your strength, depending on your capacity. Ensure you get this done. I hope you understand. Next point I'm going to be sharing with you for you to ensure that you increase your productivity, stay laser focused, and get all those tasks off your list is that you have to ensure that you reduce distraction. I mean, minimize distraction as much as you can. The reason why a lot of times you are trying to do a particular task, instead of it to be done maybe in the space of 25 minutes, you end up doing it 50 minutes, 1 hour plus. It's not because it's actually taking that time. It's because each time you're doing it, you're being distracted. A practical example is, probably you're using your phone to work on a task, your data is turned on, you're getting notification from your WhatsApp, from your Instagram, from TikTok, or probably you just posted something and you are rushing to check who liked my post, who did this and that. Now let me share with you a secret. So next time, in order for you not to be trapped in search, you decide to turn on your phone to do not disturb, or you put it on air flight or airplane mode. And also, I'm going to be telling you about this. Go and check your phone. You have digital well-being. Go and check how much duration you spend on social media, scrolling effortlessly, doing nothing productive, and you realize that you have a lot of time to do other things that you want to focus your energy on and get those results, get those tasks ticked off your list. So please, do well to use digital well-being. I don't know what it may be called on your phone, but whatever it is just like an app where you can give the duration you want to spend on every single social media app. This way you're already cutting down the distraction from every other app, and the moment you put, let's say you put 15 minutes, the moment you're using 15 minutes, it just popped up and tell you it will go again till tomorrow or till the next day. And that moment, your subconscious mind is like, oh my goodness, what have I been doing? And another thing I will tell you is that whenever you're trying to go on a particular app, ask yourself, what do I want to get done in this particular app I'm going to? Don't just go there because you were getting any notification or anything. That's another reason why you could put your phone on DND, which is do not disturb, or airplane or air flight. I know this could be a little risky because there may be cause for emergency, but if you want to focus and do deep work, you have to reduce your distraction. You have to cut down things like this. It can be very distracting and it can exceed the time you've planned into doing certain things. I hope you actually be enjoying all of these things I've been saying. So a bonus tip I will give to you today is to ensure that you have a community that you are building with. Yes. So as an accountability coach, I usually do tell my clients, you can't really do a lot of things all by yourself, except that task is like solo, what you have to get done yourself. But I mean, if you're you have a long-term goal that you're trying to get at, for example, a student that wants to ensure that he or she comes out with a first class, or an entrepreneur that wants to make sure he or she earns, let's say, 6 or 7 figures monthly. Most of the times you need a community of persons that inspires you, that motivates you, and keeps you going on that journey. So if you've been struggling since this year, 2025, or even previous years, and you don't want to continue like that, feel free to reach out to me. As an accountability coach, I'm going to be holding your hands to get our tasks done. But overall, I hope you've been able to see how you can get all of these things done. So I have a bonus point. The bonus point is that, you see all of these things I've told you, be flexible. Don't be rigid and say, I have planned my day like this, so that's how it must be. Sometimes emergencies may pop up, or anything that is also very paramount may come in, and you have to adjust your schedule. Be flexible. Don't be rigid. Be always open-minded to growing and evolving. I hope you enjoyed this. Please put these steps to practice and you'll be glad you did. If you don't understand how to time block your day and you want me to show you practical way and how exactly I want you to do it, or you want me to share with you more insight in case you don't understand, please comment on the comment section and I'll make another video explaining how to properly time block your day. So don't forget to like, subscribe, share. That'll be all for now. Bye.